morning students. So today we will discuss the concept molecular orbital theory. So this molecular orbital theory is the extension of valence bond theory or VBT theory. So in VBT theory what we have studied, atomic orbitals so overlaps to form the sigma and pi bonds. So here if orbitals comes under axial overlapping, they will form the sigma bond. If they comes like this parallel overlapping, they will form the pi bond. So that is explained by the VBT concept. So what is molecular orbital theory? So this is the extension of VBT theory. It explains that atomic orbitals are combined to form the molecular orbitals. So in atoms, atomic orbitals are there. Like in molecules also, molecular orbitals are there. So how they are formed? That formation of molecular orbitals and how electrons are filling into the molecular orbitals. This all things explained by the molecular orbital theory. So what is the difference between this VBT and molecular orbital theory? Here these atomic orbitals exist in molecules also. So atomic orbitals exist in atoms also and exist in molecules also. But in MOT theory, atomic orbitals exist in atoms, but in molecules only molecular orbitals exist. Atomic orbitals doesn't exist in molecules. They combine and they will form molecular orbitals. And here only this overlapping will form the bond, sigma bond or pi bond. But here these atomic orbitals mix it to form two molecular orbitals. Means two atomic orbitals combine to form two molecular orbitals. One is bonding molecular orbital and other is anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So this is the MOT concept. The main thing is that to explain the paramagnetic nature in oxygen molecules. So here this theory is considering the paramagnetic nature of the oxygen. So according to VBT theory, the oxygen is diamagnetic. So because it contains all paired electrons. So if you see oxygen molecule, so like this oxygen molecules will be there. So all electrons are paired in oxygen molecules. According to VBT theory, it should be diamagnetic in nature. So but here oxygen molecule is paramagnetic in nature. So to explain the paramagnetic nature in oxygen molecule, molecular orbital theory was discovered. And in this theory, well explained the magnetic nature of the molecules and also strength of bonds, bond order. So how we can consider the bond strength. These all things are explained by the molecular orbital theory. Okay, let us see what are the postulates of molecular orbital theory. So molecular orbital theory here has given some postulates. So let us see. The first postulate is atoms contain atomic orbitals and molecules contain molecular orbitals. So in the atoms, atomic orbitals are there. Like that, in the molecules also, these atomic orbitals combined to form the molecular orbitals. And if in atoms, electrons are attracted by only one nucleus, but in molecular orbitals, electrons are attracted by so many nuclei. So because atoms contain only one nucleus and electrons are attracted by one nucleus. But in molecular orbitals, electrons are attracted by more number of nuclei. Suppose H2 molecule is there, 2 nuclei, like that. So here, that's why molecular orbitals are stable than atomic orbitals. That's why atomic orbitals are combined to form molecular orbitals. So here this postulate explain the formation of molecular orbitals. Here atomic orbitals represented by 1s, 2s and 2p like that. So in the same way, molecular orbitals are also represented by sigma, pi, del, etc. And here number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to number of atomic orbitals combined. So if two atomic orbitals are combined, they will form the two molecular orbitals, and they should contain the same energy or nearly same energy. Means 1s orbital will combine with only 1s orbital, and here if 1s orbital and 3s orbital is there, so there is a large difference between the energy. So that's why same energy or nearly same energy orbitals will combine, and here if they comes like axial orientation, they will form the sigma molecular orbital. If they come like this parallel overlapping, they will form the pi molecular orbitals. It depends on the orientation of the orbitals. So here, for example, 1s and 1s orbital will give two molecular orbitals. One is bonding molecular orbital, other is anti-bonding molecular orbital. And next, formation of molecular orbitals, how they are formed. So here, this theory explained the formation of molecular orbitals by considering the wave nature of orbitals. So according to Schrodinger, orbital is a space where we can find the maximum probability of electron. So he also considered the wave concept of the orbital. And here, if orbital behaves as a wave and it contains the positive and minus negative amplitude. So if they comes in the same phase, so here plus with plus and minus with minus, like this combination, it will results in the formation of constructive interference. So if waves are combining in the same phase, so plus will combine with plus and minus will combine with minus. If like this orientation is there, it will form the constructive interference, results in the formation of bonding molecular orbital. So it contains the wave function psi. Suppose it is psi 1 and it is psi 2. So this psi 1 and psi 2 will combine to form the bonding molecular orbital. It represented, if it is axial overlap, it is the sigma molecular orbital. If it is parallel overlapping, it will form the pi molecular orbital. So constructive interference of waves will result in the bonding molecular orbital. So in the same way, destructive interference. Suppose they comes like this, plus will combine with minus and minus will combine with plus. So results in the formation of anti-bonding molecular orbital. Destructive interference results in the formation of anti-bonding molecular orbital. And here energy of bonding molecular orbital is lesser than and lower than energy of anti-bonding molecular orbital. Means anti-bonding orbital molecule will contain high energy, less stability, and bonding molecular orbital will contain high stability and lower energy. So here combining atomic orbitals should have same energy or nearly same energy. Means 1s will combine with 1s only, 2s will combine with 2s, and here they should have the same or nearly same energy. And if they comes and like axial overlapping, they will form the sigma, and if they comes like parallel overlapping, it will form the pi molecular orbitals. And filling of electrons in molecular orbitals is based on Hund's rule, Pauli's exclusion principle, and Hubble principle. How we are filling in atomic orbitals electrons, like that in molecular orbitals also electrons will fill based on the Hund's rule, Hubble principle, and Pauli's principle. Hund's rule means first half fill, electrons are filled halfly and then followed by pairing takes place. Hubble rule means first lower energy orbitals will be filled and then followed by higher energy orbitals. Like that, Pauli exclusion principle, in each orbital only 2 electrons we can fill. So these all rules are followed by the molecular orbitals also. So these are the some postulates of molecular orbital theory.